Ayo. Nerdcore Dave. Yes, it's raining out. And yes, I was having a good hair day until it started raining. Hey, the gang's all here. We've got...
Whoa!
Taad.
Zoom in. What up?
And then we have...
Deer in the headlights.
Oh! He's not even going to make up another
I'm not
name
even
this
gonna-
time.
No, we'll get to
Not
you.
even-
We'll get to you. We'll get to you. We'll get... Don't worry, we're going to get to you.
Arlene, Jolene.
Just for the record, none of us are wearing shoes.
Or pants.
Well,
Nobody's wearing pants.
Nobody told me that part.
I didn't get that.
Okay, well, I think that's probably pretty good right there, except for the best looking guy in the room's probably not even sitting down yet.
And the most modest. Why have we all convened here today, Dave?
We're doing all kinds of stuff. We had, well, I got my CGC in, and then we all got a nice
That's
little
what she said.
weekend haul. Why are you stealing my shit, dude? Get your own shit.
You said it. You said it.
But we all had a little bit neat little weekend haul. So let's fucking do this.
All right. Who's going
Okay.
first?
I got a bunch of shit here.
You,
so-
you go.
You
go.
have a lot
I'll
of
start.
stuff.
That last video, I talked the whole time. And
I
you
know,
fell
dude.
asleep.
I did want to. That was the thing. I could still hear your voice in my sleep,
Mission
like
accomplished.
an angel. Like an angel.
I got him. I got him.
Hey, oh look, guys! I forgot to show you. I hung out his Hulk mask, and I'm gonna hang his Hulk hands up there too.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
I remember you on my back porch with those things. I have a blurry picture of you somewhere.
But here, I'm gonna. What?
Actually, you were blurry. I
I
wasn't
was blurry. I think I was blurry.
We were both blurry.
Yeah,
It
we were
was-
blurry, all right. But anyways, I had a act of kindness from Taad, and we had some Star Comics because I'm a Star Comics sucker, and it was what we dug out of the attic there, and he threw these at me. So awesome, thanks. Taad.
How many years are they actually up there?
They were probably up there for what, 4 years? I bet.
It had to be a little while.
Got me some Star Comics up in.
Who knew? Who knew that we
Who'd have
would...
thunk it?
Yeah.
What do you got there? Another strawberry
I got some
shortcake?
strawberry shortcake.
Yeah. Those
Don't judge me.
Those were
Don't.
we were giving them away at Halloween.
Dude, that Heathcliff. Remember I kept saying I wanted that
I
Heathcliff?
do.
And then when I'd run into it, it was like $6. I'm like, I don't want $6.
I don't even know if I have that Heathcliff.
Yeah, you got one. There was two of them. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, we split them that day because
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I don't remember. Okay, all right.
Well, you only got like 4 books, so you
I
want to
like-
throw?
Just do one.
Okay, just throw one out there.
Okay.
Burp, burp.
New Adventures. What is it? 13. I only got it because I like the cover.
She liked the cover.
I didn't. I only got a couple books and I thought.
It's cute. It's a cute cover. Is that why?
No, that one's not cute.
Oh.
He looks awesome in there. He's not cute.
Oh. With the sword in his head.
With the swords and all that.
So Ronin cover buy.
Yeah,
Okay, and did you get that out of the dollar bin or what?
I did. I got it out of the dollar bin.
Okay.
For real? Wow.
For real.
Cheap date.
I think somebody probably saw it and said, hey, here's a cool cover, Janine. And then she was like, oh, that is.
Somebody might have said that.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
I think it's the credit whore guy. No names.
What do you got over there?
Hey, all right. We're gonna start off with what I often refer to you as Doctor Strange.
Senor Strange.
Now, why we got that is actually I picked one up for Dave too because this is a band recalled. You know, we like
Was
that
it recalled?
stuff.
Was it recalled?
I don't know if it was banned or recalled. Marvel got sued for it by Christian singer Amy Grant because they used her picture on the cover, and she did not want to
It's an occult. She's an occult figure in the comic.
Yeah. So, if you
How did that slip past editorial, dude?
I mean, whose bright idea was that? Like, let's use her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's kind of funny, though.
it is. I would do comics if I could get in trouble like that. I'm like, you know, talk about rebel.
If you had to give up your paycheck, it'd be worth it. Just
I'd be like, yeah, that's cool, you know.
Then you have a story to tell. Then you always have a story.
But so that's what I picked up. I found 2 copies, and I picked one up for me and one for Dave.
Yeah, thanks for
and not because I'm a Doctor Strange fan, but because I'm an Amy Grant fan.
Thanks for getting a little strange, dude.
Yeah. Everybody needs a little strange.
Hey, throw another one out there. You got more than 4.
Me? Oh. All right. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't read my notes. Anyway, we're doing
Cheaters.
Avengers 246. You might want to pick this up. It's probably going to be on the hot list. Maybe not at the top of it, but it will be mentioned. It is the first appearance of Maria Rambeau, the mother of Monica Rambeau, who at some point in time shows up in the Captain Marvel movie. Maybe as an extremely small role. Nobody knows. We haven't seen the movie yet. But Maria Rambeau and possibly Monica Rambeau will be in the movie.
I think Monica Rambeau's Captain Marvel appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. Does that sound right?
Ah, there you go. Homework for you guys to check. See where Dave's at.
It's got like an orange and red cover with white outline of her. Or
okay,
whatever.
so we need both of you to go look that up.
Do some research.
All both of them? All both of them.
See if he's
Dos of you. And get back to us, or not. But anyway.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to do my local comic shop haul real quick.
Okay.
All right, so this week's local comic shop haul brought to you by...
Oh, you got the one for me.
All right, let's start
I
with
looked
this.
at that and
Let's
put it
start with these
back.
guys.
I should have grabbed it.
You know, I'm a big Daredevil fan, so I got Daredevil #1. And I got this sweet, I didn't even, you know what, I didn't even get the Man Without Fear miniseries. I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but judging from the covers, that Man Without Fear miniseries that led into the reboot, kind of, just from the covers, looks like it's probably just a rehashing of the Man Without Fear miniseries from Frank Miller. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But like a retelling of the origin or something. I could be wrong. But anyways, I got that, and then I got this sweet variant of Batman 64, the sideways variant.
You know, they should do more covers like
Yeah,
that.
I
Like
like
a
that.
panoramic. That's cool. I like that. You know.
Yeah, did you ever read a sideways comic?
I've had comics where some of the panels have been like they've done it like a centerfold, like big, you know.
It seems like a
Like
cool
the cover
idea,
more.
but when you're actually reading it,
Yeah,
it
it's a pain
sucks.
in the ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks. Because you know, you're holding the page up and it wants to fall
Right,
down,
and
and it's
you're-
like it just doesn't sit comfortably. There's a reason that it sits like that, because it's comfortable in your
Yeah.
hands and you can easily.
And that, you guaranteed that's how you'll bend it up for sure.
Yeah. So, and then I checked in my local comic shop's back issues so many times for Immortal Hulk back issues, and I never saw this there, but it was there on Wednesday. It's Immortal Hulk #4. So I think I only need 5 and 2, 5, 2, 3, and 5. I think is all I need.
I think you should buy
2,
them
3, and 5.
in that order too.
But I pre-ordered the third printing of #2, so we're good. We're good. And then I grabbed the new issue, which is #13, which is the first full appearance of the One Below All. So that'll be festive. And then the one that I don't know, it seems like it's kind of popular.
It seems interesting. I saw the storyline, and that's why I said I wanted to get
I was
that.
gonna grab it and I didn't, because I wound up grabbing a bunch of stuff, and you know how that goes. It's like I should get the shopping cart for this trip, and it wasn't happening yesterday because I wasn't doing that.
I actually asked him, and he said he was sold out, but he is supposed to get more in next week.
Well, it's J.M. DeMatteis, and he's a good famous writer, and it's like a horror. I'm surprised you didn't get, because it's like I said horror. It sounds like a really cool horror movie. So the I guess the general gist is this girl gets thrown in a bay, gets assaulted and thrown in a bay, and then she comes out 50 years later or something like that. And that sounds like the premise to a really
Like
cool
someone
horror
else has
movie,
been
man.
living her life.
It
and
sounds
it's
like Captain America.
That's kind of something.
Submariner didn't yank her out of there, did he? Maybe it's just me, but
Swamp Thing
Yeah,
origin.
yeah, kind of.
I've
the
heard
same.
this somewhere before. Okay.
I don't know if they froze
Okay.
her.
50 years.
Yeah,
Defrost.
she would have had something would have been going on down there.
That's what
She said.
That better have been some heavy salt water, man.
Okay, so
Oh,
this is actually the one that I went for.
You went through the
that
children's section, did you?
I had him order.
That is why we had to leave early Saturday
yes.
morning.
But Stabbity Bunny, Stabbity Ever After. And let me tell you what, I read this book, and it is so bizarre.
Okay.
Like, is it funny or is it?
No, it is not funny. It's like there's a sorcerer that kidnaps the kid that the rabbit is with. So then he goes through the time loop after her, and he runs into these talking unicorns, and there's a witch, and there's an ogre, and there's all these things that it's like 1 minute he's like this like nice little toy bunny, and the next minute he has a knife and he's like cutting everybody up. So it's very
It's a
bizarre.
standard workday to me.
I find it hard to believe they'd put something so far-fetched in a comic.
It just doesn't seem realistic.
Yeah. Yeah,
It'll
and,
never fly.
But it is.
So was it worth the $3.99 or whatever?
I don't know. Like I mean, I almost.
Are you glad you got it?
I almost want to say no.
But you wanted it so bad. You wanted it for the cover, right?
I wanted it. I thought the cover was cool, and then I am like I was reading how they had the synopsis, the story, and everything, and I'm like, oh well, that sounds cool, But as I'm reading it, I don't know. It just was very bizarre.
I would like to
Maybe I have to read it
bring
again.
your
I don't
attention
know.
to there's a rabbit with a knife. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, that in itself is
I don't think you were going to get Gone with the Wind out of this. I'm pretty sure it was going to be just what you signed up for.
I don't know if I'm going to be getting Stabbity number 2.
There's no way.
We have
Gone with
to.
the Wind. Have you watched Gone with the Wind? Because I don't think Stabbity Bunny's going to have the racial overtones of Gone with the Wind. I tried to watch that about a year or two ago, and I was like, it was almost unwatchable. But two, I was like, man, there are some serious racial overtones in this movie that are like, I shouldn't even say overtones, blatant racism. Really, honestly, like, and I'm not exaggerating, dude. Like, it's like I'm like, wow, like.
I don't know. Do you think
It was a different time. It was a different time.
Do you think that's what Margaret Mitchell intended? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so Stabbity Bunny out the door.
Maybe out the door.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
Uh-oh.
It's in between
I
them.
don't know.
Might be dollar.
Kind
Not
of
worried about number 2.
kind of in between right now. I don't know.
Dude, you need a bag and board for that.
No, I took it out of a bag and board.
All right. Well, you said you wanted to do a quick review on
It's
that.
show
Right?
and tell. Yeah, I guess. Okay, everybody remembers this classic high school film, Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh, you've used this movie before. Come on.
I'll never look at a candle the same way again.
I don't know if I've ever actually used that movie, to be honest. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I'll lend it to you.
Wipe it off first, please.
At any rate, this isn't probably wasn't your better drawn comic books, but
Cool cover.
yeah. Well, we can't go. What do you want me to say? I could think of 2 reasons
Pom-poms.
it's really cool.
Pom-poms.
But the cool thing about it is it's in black and white, which means, you know what I'm going to say. It could double as a coloring book. It's got to be one of the first adult coloring books ever. So,
Is it really?
is it really what?
Is this it's not a coloring book, is it really?
It is no.
That's all I got to say about that.
I would have thought it was an activity book.
I think
activity book.
I think yeah, it's a kind of book, all right.
So is there? I guess I'm going to assume that there's
We can put it back up just. Okay.
there's some pretty graphic, explicit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
explicit nature.
you can figure it out for yourself. I mean, but that's I guess I am the low point of the crew because I'll buy that shit every time. You guys know that by now sometimes. But I don't know if you on one hand
That's what she said.
I was gonna say
On one hand.
if we would have been out looking through dollar bins or whatever, and we would have saw that, we would have went Taad book.
Yep,
I
Taad book.
would have got it. I'm cool with that roll. We'll go with that.
So where are we at? You want to do another one or no?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'll do another one. Okay, this was just a little one that I was doing a little thinking and seeing how Conan has come back into the Marvel fold and actually seems to be doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the first 3 issues. I didn't read any, but I've been a Conan fan for years, so I'm sure they'll be fine. The reason I picked up this Submariner is because it is the first appearance of the Serpent Crown. And it is also the first appearance of Set, the god Set in the Marvel comics. Not necessarily in the timeline, but it's the first appearance in the comic books. He would later show up in King Kull, which happened centuries before the Submariner. But I thought that this might be of some relevance because Conan obviously is going to be fighting, at least for now, villains from his age and things like that. We were kind of thinking that somehow they're going to bring him into the modern day age, maybe bring one of the what-ifs to fruition. What if Conan had fought in the modern age and stuff like that? So, pure speculation on my part. I just thought it might be a good.
If they're going to bring him into the modern age, then they have to almost need a reason to have Conan and not somebody else in there. So they almost need one of his villains.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
I'm just thinking, if Conan shows up, his baggage and his villains and everything else is going to be somewhere at least available. If Conan's available, why wouldn't you make everything else that has filled Conan's storylines for years available too?
I remember in the early '90s there was in the Marvel annuals there was a story where they would break it up through the annuals, and they did it with Days of Future Present. But they did it with I think it was called the Serpent Crown Affair, and so there was a whole storyline with the Marvel universe and the Serpent.
The Serpent Crown plays a big part in the Atlantis Attacks.
Atlantis Attacks, that's what it was. But there is a Serpent Crown Affair too. But yeah, that's Atlantis Attacks.
I think that was in a small run of Avengers. I think it was 4 issues, and then for some reason it took a 2-issue break that didn't feature that, and then there was like maybe 3 more. But the Serpent
Atlantis Attacks,
Atlantis Attacks was almost all exclusively annuals for that year. Mm-hmm. It went through like 14 annuals, and I read the first 2 to start off. Starts off Silver Surfer, and it's very much seems to be like a passing of the baton kind of thing. Like the Silver Surfer initiates the thing, then it kind of goes to the next superhero. It's not everybody all at one clip, at least as far as I've made it, but it was all pretty much annuals.
I know I have them all, and I read it at some point, but I don't remember. It's been so long, man.
Actually, the new Silver Surfer Annual 2 is a really good issue to pick up, because not only does it start the Atlantis Attacks, which I should have brought it if we're going to talk about it, it also has how the Silver Surfer powers works. There's like 4 different stories in there. So it's very much
Is that the one that the cover kind of looks like the cover of the Silver Surfer #1?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And then the I'm not even close to. I'm assuming the guy's name is Gar, the villain who initiates this, but he's kind of ghosted in the background and stuff. So, but anyway, what is it? Submariner #9, 1969.
69.
Was it Marie Severin? Artwork, killer stuff. Came from EC. You already know how I feel about that. Good book to have. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
All right. We got. I guess I'll do part of my weekend haul. How about that? How if I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or actually, no. Here,
let's do that.
Let's do. Here, actually, Todd's gonna be. Ted is gonna be trading me. He got that Doctor Strange for me. See?
Yeah.
The Amy Grant special.
That's a fun
The Amy Grant occult special, and then he had multiples of that Superman. That came out that was controversial because of the graphic death of Lois Lane. So I'll be trading something for that, but Ed brought it over for me for today. So thanks.
I am pretty sure that the problem with that wasn't that necessarily what they did to Lois Lane, because it happens but they're sort of aiming these at kids. You know, the Walmart is trying to get the kids to read comic books, and then you put.
Yeah, I think they ran into that.
Take this matriarchal, character and just kill her 12 times.
They kind of ran into that with the Ultimate line when they were doing the Ultimate line too, because they made the Ultimate Spider-Man books. It was kind of like the old 60s, more like the reboot of the 60s stuff, and they were trying to make it kind of more accessible. But then whenever, I forget who wrote the Ultimates, came in, and it was not like that. It was you had Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who were brother and sister, making out in it, and Wolverine watching, and ended up Wolverine was his father. And then the Hulk screaming that he's so horny, and that's why he turned into the Hulk, because he was so horny. Dude, it was not like Ultimate Spider-Man at all, man.
All right. Well, just when I thought I could upstage everybody with my Debbie Does Dallas, Dave tells the Ultimate story. I did not know.
Shit you not.
I have to check them out.
You need to go on your YouTube and just look up Ultimates Volume 1 and Volume 2. Actually, you read the Volume 1. You said it's true, right? I'm not making this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. Well, actually, you can, because somebody did.
And you can sell it to people, and they will buy it.
It's true.
All right, show your shit.
All right, you got a dirty cover. Show us your dirty cover.
She got a dirty book.
I got a dirty book.
Woohoo!
It's not that kind of.
We must be. I was gonna say something, and it probably would not be.
But we were actually at the one comic book shop. This is the New Avengers 27, which is the first appearance of, and I have it upside down. First appearance of the second Ronin, and that was later revealed to be Hawkeye. Hawkeye. But we were actually looking in the cheapy.
It's like most of them are like quarter books, man.
Like quarter book bins down at downstairs.
Literally at the bottom in the basement.
And we were looking in there because Dave was looking for some white books that needed cleaned.
Because I wanted to piss around with this stuff.
Yeah. So I pull out a couple books, and one of them is this book. It was the second book you pulled out. You're isn't this something? I don't care. I mean, I don't care how dirty it is. I'm taking it home.
You sound like Todd. Todd's rubbing off on you.
That's what I was going to say earlier. Nah, we're not going to say
that. I don't care how dirty it is.
We're rubbing off on it.
I don't care how dirty it is. But but yeah, and actually, I don't even know if I can say that. I don't think he even, maybe because it was in such bad shape that he didn't really want to charge me for it, because it does. I mean, the pages inside. I did open it up and look. Some of the pages are folded over and stuff, but it's still a copy.
It's a great book. It's a great reader copy that you don't have to worry about.
Exactly.
Oh man, ticked it.
And low grade's better than no grade. She don't have one, so she got something now. You know what I mean? At least she got one. I don't know.
I'm hoping that can get a little bit of this can get cleaned up a little bit, but
yeah, I want to piss around with it and see what I can do.
If it doesn't,
look, at worst if I don't do it, if it isn't great, but it doesn't matter because it's so.
Right.
Anyways, right?
I was gonna say it's not gonna matter anyway, but yeah.
But I bet you I can get that sticker off without causing any damage. And I see videos where people are removing stickers using all kinds of chemicals and shit and being real careful. And guys, don't do that. There's a way to do it. Use a heat gun. Use a heat gun or a hair dryer, and unless it's been on there for 150 years and it's all dried up, that adhesive will let go, and there'll be almost no residue whatsoever. And after you heat it up, if there is a little bit of residue on there, take that same sticker and just dibby dab it, and it'll pull that adhesive right off.
Dab it off.
Yeah, don't use those chemicals. I don't know why everybody's doing that, man.
I know, like the couple videos.
They take like a Q-tip and a little, and they're like, they sit there like this. You don't have to do that, man.
I've watched a couple videos where they've done that with the chemicals and everything.
The only way I could see you doing that, like I said, is how like when tape dries for like years and years, and then there's no adhesive left to it, it's just like cemented. Yeah. That I could understand maybe doing that, but for the most part,
when there's nothing to heat up.
Right.
But I'm hoping it's going to be looking a little next time we see this thing, down the road, it's going to be looking a little better.
We'll see. Hopefully I can do something with it. It'll be fun.
See what happens.
What you got, Todd?
Oh, I got a dollar bin.
Dollar bin.
Okay.
Dollar bill, y'all.
When did you say they put that out, Dave? X-Men 1?
That X-Men 1 came out in like, I'm going to say like 92, something like that, 91.
All right, grabbed it out of the dollar bin. There's like 5 different covers, something like that.
There's 5 or here. Wait, I'll tell you exactly how many covers there are because this fold out. This cover. This is the special covered one, and it has a fold out, and so there's 4 covers here, but this is the 5th cover right here because it has all of it.
Yeah.
So each one of these panels, each one of these is one cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you. And listen, man, for what Todd's going to tell you, this is the one you want. I know people are all excited and buying the red ones. They don't buy the red one. It's the green one. You have to get the green one.
What happens is they find it and they assume it, but the green one, the one that at least has green up here, is like Dave said, shows the fold out and has like a portfolio gallery in the back, and it's the first appearance of.
It's the true first appearance, as they call it.
Omega Red, right? Oh. So this is actually the one you want. The other ones are okay. Where are we at? Omega Red. Where are we at?
Is it on the front cover? I think. I remember I opened it right up to it. When, where the hell was it? I remember I plopped it open and it was right there.
Yeah, it's it. I think it was in. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is what you are looking for, but to make it very simple, what you're looking for is the green up here. Mm-hmm. And also, there's something about in another cover that if you look and where they put the Captain America down in the corner in the box where you should have the scan barcode, on those ones with the Captain America, they actually took off Wolverine's claws from this hand so it doesn't look like he's sticking Captain America in the head.
Comic Tom did an episode on that.
Yeah.
But I don't know I think this cover might have been direct market only, so this one might not have that. But the other covers, if they have a newsstand, it'll be different.
Yeah. It's just something to notice that Wolverine on this cover will not have the claws on his. What is this?
So realistically, it's a variant.
It's his left hand. It's left hand. But anyway, first appearance of Omega Red in the green X-Men cover. Found it for $1. Not super great shape, but there it is.
Okay.
You going?
Yeah, I'll do. Let me do this little chunker here. How many more we got here? I'll do half of my weekend haul.
I
How's
only
that?
have one more, so you do.
Let me see. I'll do half of my weekend haul. So we went. Arlene and I went to 2 different comic shops, and
do you know about this?
So
I don't know.
I was looking for a couple
Apparently
specific
him and Arlene
things. So one of the things that I picked up was the Matina cover of Spawn 293. You guys saw that I got the black and white cover, but I just wanted I wanted the Matina. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when it was solicited, it said it was going to be a Matina and McFarlane cover, which it clearly wasn't, the black and white one.
Yeah.
But which I don't mind having regardless, but I did want the Matina, so I got that. And then I picked up a couple of these Immortal Hulks. I'm still trying to get them all. So they had number 1. They actually had more than this, but I was already, just like you said, I was tapping out. 1 and 6 and 7. 7's the one that had the red Captain America color misprint in it.
I think we both have 2 copies of that.
I have one. I have 2.
I have 1 copy.
Yeah.
I think you bought me both.
Yeah, I got you both, but okay. I picked up both for you, but I only had the Battle Lines one, and I don't remember what you got. Do you remember?
I only have 1. I have 1 copy of that.
So, and then also they had these on the shelf. I can't believe they still had these on the shelf because these were going for like $25 online already.
No doubt.
So I grabbed that up. And then this is one of the ones I said specifically I was looking for a Spider Pig cover. It is an homage to what? Does anybody know?
That's Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's pretty sweet.
That's cool. It just looks looking a little.
Dude, honestly, I like that cover a lot. I was thinking about getting one CGC just because I like that cover that much, dude. Yeah.
That's good reason as any.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's half of my weekend comic haul.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So
let's go. Come on, spit it out. Let's go.
I only got 1 more.
All right, I'll just do this one. All new X-Men number 1. And $1. First appearance of Tempest and first appearance of Triage.
Okay.
Ain't that something?
Okay.
All right. Well, then the other.
No,
you're going out of order. You're going out of order.
Oh.
We're going in order.
Fine.
we're saving the best for last.
Oh,
Then they had the Art Germ Batgirl variant still, which I think is going to be the last one, so I just grabbed it up because I've been buying those off and on. And that is a beautiful cover, man.
even though I'm not going to get any more variants.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say any more. I said I was cutting it back.
Oh, he's cutting it back.
They are.
And then
they
I
are getting out of control.
I picked up. They had 2 copies. I think these were $6, but these are thick ass books too. They had this Amazing Spider-Man #9. This is the second appearance of Spider-Gwen, and so after the first appearance, which is already, this is a variant of it. This isn't even in Key Collector. I don't know why. After the first appearance, and it's already hundreds of dollars for the first appearance. So second appearance, I'm gonna get a couple. Also, this is the Dark Knight's Metal #2. This is the first cameo appearance of all the alternate Batman. So Batman Who Laughs, Red Death, all of them, Drowned, all of them are in there. It's a big splash page, 2-page actually. It's fold out. But I got that for, I want to say it was just about cover price. I think it was like $4.50 or something like that, and it's in really nice shape. Then we walked in and they had this on the wall for $20, I think it was. And she started digging in the box directly below it, and this one, which I think might have actually been in nicer condition, was right below it for $4.50. So that's ASM 650, and this is the first appearance of the stealth suit. So this is allegedly it's rumored to be in the next Spider-Man movie. So Far From Home, and then just for the hell of it, we were at the one place. Actually, we stopped at 3 places now I think about it. And these were 2 that were in the dollar bin there. I was just, while we were checking out, I was kind of digging, and I found this is I got 2 copies of this now. This is the first appearance of that Spider God, the African Spider God, and then Christmas cover of Iron Man. That I don't know, man. It looks weird to me. But it's a Christmas cover, so boom.
Bizarro.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what Santa was doing there.
Todd, you're up.
Am I?
No.
Oh, come on. I only got one more book. Let me show him my book.
All right.
Okay, it's
So
actually,
pushy.
it's actually.
It's all about you, Janine. It's all about you. Go ahead, take over, still the show.
Okay.
That's why we put you in the middle.
It's actually the same book that he got. He actually found this for me.
Second appearance of Spider-Gwen.
Second appearance of Spider-Gwen.
Cool.
So yeah, he found it. He found both copies and threw one at me. So
Gonna need it.
I was
Gonna need
happy
one.
with that.
Wait till that movie comes out.
Hashtag winning. Well, they kind of already did. She was in that Spider-Verse movie. So what else you got, Todd? Are you done, Janine? I'm sorry because I know you. Is it okay if we move on now?
Dollar bin fine.
What is it?
X-Force #4. What is that? The third or fourth appearance of Deadpool.
It's crooked.
What do you mean it's crooked? Here, we'll put it in there like this then.
That's what she said.
There you go. $1. Are you going?
Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, that's all you.
Because you don't believe me on this one.
What is it?
I think it's the first appearance of Angela in...
I don't believe you in this one.
Okay. You want me to look it up?
Sure.
It's $1. All right, you go ahead and do your thing.
Pretty
I'll
sure.
do
No,
some
go ahead.
checking.
We're waiting for
What,
you.
you want me to sit here on the phone while you do this?
Go ahead. Go do your shit. Here. Go ahead. Here.
Here, why don't I do this and then I'll look that
Let me
up.
see that. Go ahead.
All right. And we got Avengers 48. I think this is not the first appearance of the Black Knight in Marvel, but I think it was the first reintroduction of the Black Knight in Marvel.
It's the one. I think the one before it might have had the cameo, but that's the first appearance of the second Black Knight, the one that everybody knows.
Yeah.
So if they have the movie, that's going to be Dane Whitman Black Knight, I believe it is.
So that's going to be the one everybody knows.
Yeah.
I think wasn't the other Black Knight he was literally from the 50s or something.
Something
Or it was
like
that.
that.
It was like a really old golden age sort of thing. First cameo appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe.
Now you got to get that one.
So there you go.
Which one is that? Age of Ultron #2.
Yes. And also, here's what you need to know about that. And I should have brought it along as an example. But Age of Ultron #10 comes out in a, I think it was in a black bag, or the Age of Ultrons. But if you take the bag and shake it down like this, the bottom of the cover will show up where you can see it.
Uh-huh.
So I found a black bag, and it's exactly what I did, and all the lines matched up across the bottom. So I have a sealed black bag version of this that I found. So
wait, there's variant covers in the black bags? Is that what's going on here? Like,
I'm not sure how the black bags work. I don't know if they were just for that specific issue, or we were talking Age of Ultron in general, and you didn't know what issue you were getting. I'm not sure. So, but anyway.
How'd you come across this, Todd?
Right there. Right there. Called me on the phone. Said, you need to go run into the city. So I did.
Cool. That's cool.
So, as usual.
I was pretty close to buying this, and I was like, I'll pass on. But I'm like, I better let Todd know.
As usual, whenever it comes to comic book buying, we do tag teaming. You know, tag, you're it, man. I'm done in here. You go. So that's how we arrived at that.
What's that guy?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh man, you know
Wait,
what?
is that 40? Or that's 54. That's is that the refrigerator one?
Dave is correct. Green Lantern 54. This would go on to spawn a actual website called Women in Refrigerators
By Gail Simone.
Is that who does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what the problem is with this is a brutally kill. Is it Green Lantern's girlfriend or no?
Yeah.
Is it Green Lantern's girlfriend? And actually stuff her in a refrigerator, and then the villain leaves a note on the table, something for you in the fridge, signed A, which I'm assuming her name was like Angela or something. And he opens it up, and there she kind of is twisted up in the refrigerator. And Gail Simone would go on to do a website called Women in Refrigerators, showing all the graphic ways that women have been killed in comics. Because I don't think any guys have ever been killed or brutalized in comics.
Well, I think the idea was that that they were showing that women are just basically secondary characters. They didn't really have like women, like obviously there's Wonder Woman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they use women as just storyline
Fodder.
Fodder, yeah, just a what I mean, a disposable. And I guess in the way they're looking at it is they're concerned that people are going to feel that way about women in general. You know what I mean? I don't know, but like I kind of understand what you're saying. Yeah,
I definitely get it. I mean, I understand, but we are still talking about comic books, and somebody's always getting punched by the second panel or thrown off a building or run over or dropped. So So
it's a controversial issue. It's kind of iconic in its own right not because of anything good, I guess.
Yeah, but if you want to know about the website, that's the reason, or that's at least where it got the namesake from. So pick it up if you want. Don't pick it up if you don't want.
Since you just read that, you tell them what this is.
Oh, yes. I just started reading Why the Last Man, and I'm to the point where, every man but him and the monkey.
Who's him?
Who's him? Yorick.
Okay.
Yorick?
And who's the monkey?
Oh.
It's ampersand.
Ampersand is the monkey.
Do you know what an ampersand is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I guess we're all learning words today.
But that is his name.
Punctuation, right?
Yeah, but for whatever reason, I don't know. I'm not to that point yet. Every man on earth dies.
Maybe they'll come up with a website.
She looks excited. She looks excited about it.
And it's he's being chased by
crazy women.
Crazy women. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's some crazy women. There's the Amazons. Which his sister is one of them.
Right.
His sister Hero.
Do I even want to know why they're pursuing him?
He's the last man.
Because he's the last man. They want to kill him.
Oh,
well, the dog.
No, everybody wants it for different reasons.
Yeah, some want to kill him. Some want him to repopulate the earth. Some want him to
to clean out the garage.
So it's a typical women shit.
Yeah.
And who does he befriend? A monkey.
The
A monkey.
So at the end of the first book where I left off, they were coming. There was two men. I believe it was two men and one woman. They were in.
So he's not the last man.
No, they were in space and they were going back down. They were coming back down to Earth.
Oh.
What is it? This sounds like
astronauts.
This sounds like a Frederick Brown story.
Sounds like a Dr. Dre song. I get plenty of ass to call me an astronaut. Isn't that what he says in that?
I think he was quoting the Frederick Brown story. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what Frederick Brown story is, but it's some long, he was the last man on Earth. There was a knock at the door.
But it's very interesting. It's definitely got my attention. And, what?
I don't know. This seems like did a woman write that?
No, it's Brian K.
No.
Vaughan, man. He's a really good writer.
Okay, maybe he was having women trouble and thought, you know what?
I don't know for
I think-
whatever reason.
Brian K.'s rhymes are so funky they come with a speed stick.
All right.
All right. So anyway,
what?
hey, so we got one last thing here to
One
review.
last
Are you
thing?
done? Are you done?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
Can I?
You can.
Okay.
Bye, ampersand.
So
Bye.
we got the reason we wanted to go down to the city was because
Oh.
I got my CGC back. This was the first one we sent out. This was with your bunch.
Well, yeah.
So Hulk 182, the second cameo of Woovie, and I think he appears in the first panel on the first page, and that's it. Goes with my 181.
Wait a minute. What'd you say?
It's the second cameo of Wolverine.
Second cameo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he on Hulk 180 he shows up in the
Okay.
last panel
Okay,
of
I
the
gotcha.
last page, and then on this one he's like, I'm Wolverine, I'm here to kick some ass. And then in 181 he fights, and then in this one he's like, you know what, piss on this, I'm out of here.
So that was.
F you guys, I'm out of here.
This is the exit stage left issue.
Yeah, I don't need,
Whatever happened to
I don't
that
need
guy?
any year shit. And then he's
Whatever,
like,
whatever they do with, what'd they ever do with him?
Oh, he just kind of sat on the shelf for a while after that.
This is
And then he showed up in Giant Size X-Men #1 and then X-Men 94. And then actually after that, one of his first solo, the first solo and early Wolverine appearance was actually the Treasury editions of Rampaging Hulk. There's a backup Wolverine story, which I'm not going to dig it out there right now, but yeah. But anyways, this is I got this back. I've been waiting to get this back because it's going to go with my 181 real nice mid-grade. So I was guessing that it was going to be around a 6, maybe 6.5 at best, right? And I was looking at, I actually went back and looked at my video, and I was saying, I was like, I think it's going to be a 6. But it ended up being a what?
Mm-hmm.
6.5.
Pretty
so I did
close.
I had it pressed, so it did something, man, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure I brought it up a little bit.
Right.
You know.
So I'm pretty happy with that, dude. So also I talked to them about my 181 5.0, and I told them, I was like, it was the first CGC I ever got done. I didn't know what I was doing, so I said I wanted to crack it open, and they said to bring it down and we'll take a look at it. But I know I didn't press it, and I'm pretty sure it was kind of like, it definitely wasn't flat. I know it wasn't flat, and I know it's going to make a difference. They said it could possibly bring up 1 whole point, which for that book could be thousands of dollars, and especially after they bring him into the MCU, dude. Mm-hmm. And my concern is, right now I think it's like $2,000 to $3,000 book. Mm-hmm. So once it comes in the MCU, because that book just keeps going up and up and up, so it's going to be over $5,000 at some point, probably pretty soon. So after $5,000, see, they charge percentages.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that.
So you want to get that done
before so I want to get it done soon. Yeah. So I'm going to crack it open and send it out, get it pressed and cleaned. They said pressing, cleaning, and CGC should probably be under $100.
Well, the same.
About 100.
Where we can get it pressed, do they clean stuff?
Yeah. I asked about that, and they said they do that there. So, and I'm obviously not going to practice on my Hulk 181, so I'll just pay and get it over with. Honestly, $100 for that book. It's more like he said. At the very least, it's going to gain $500 or more right now in value just by doing that. So I'm going to get more of my money's worth right off the bat.
That book, actually, that was one of the first things that we started getting graded, and it was a learning experience from Z. We could do a whole video on how that went down and pretty much what my day was like. What hair I got left. There's definitely a couple gray hairs came out of that day because it's a story to tell. We'll cover that in a video someday about exactly what we did on that day, or I should say what I did. But
So
Well, that
What's
was
that?
the.
Oh, and Janine says she got her CGC. She got another
I did.
CGC, and
Oh yeah.
what
That's weird.
The Wolverine.
you
the
sent
other
it
one,
out yours out a week before mine. We all had the same book. Is that
yeah,
right?
but see, I think what happens is we send them out in different clusters. It doesn't. They don't. You know what I mean? Like I think I have other stuff that might be with that, and that's
But
why.
she gave hers the same day I gave mine. Like we
Yeah.
literally within minutes
Yeah,
gave them.
but my other one didn't come back yet either.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it was just the one.
Sometimes I don't really think that it. I don't think they go on like chronological. Like we got this. I think it's just like somebody shows up and
Grab one off the pile.
Yeah, maybe the guy who's assigned to doing this pile of books might be on vacation or 2 days that week, and you know what I mean. So,
I don't see any of us getting less than a 9.6 on those. I would assume probably 9.8s. But I will be interested to see the liner notes on that. If it's what it's gonna say as far as the misprint edition. Like, is it gonna say like Dr. Afra pages accidentally distributed within or something like that?
I'm telling you,
because when he called and he left the message, all he said was your Wolverine error.
So maybe it did note that, but they knew why we were turning it in. So
Oh yeah.
it was another issue where we got sort of yelled at, you know.
They're like, oh yeah, they're like her buddy sent his in, so now they're sending theirs in.
Well, when we picked them up, because you made the phone call, you're like, hey, can you pull us a couple of these issues? And
that.
Yeah, and then I went and I was the lucky one to pick them up, and then he's like, hey, did you know that those were errors? She's like, nope. I'm like, that's all Dave. I'm just picking them up for him. And I was like, nope.
But he did hold one for each of us.
Yeah, fair
price.
enough. But believe me, I think he said we got 3 of them and he got 5, and the other 2 he flat out said these are going on eBay. So but hey, I don't know, just because
Again, I got mixed feelings about that, like especially with customers, loyal customers. He did sell them for us. I think he did the right thing because he sold them to us at cover price. Right. But at the end of the day, dude, for your customers when they come out that week.
But that was the thing. After I had picked up the books, it was like 3 days later. I went back to the shop and he's like, "Hey, did you know that those were errors?" And that's when I was like, "No." I go, "Those were all Dave," but he
did it.
The comic book shop owner found out after we had bought them and took them home. So.
Wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
I don't know.
Who was that masked man?
Don't shoot the messenger.
All right, let's NERDCORE out this shit.
That was covered a lot of ground.
All right, are we done?
Yep,
done, son. We're sticking a fork in it.
What to do? That's good.
NERDCORE out. Ham.